Different life, different pace. No access, no entry. You don't get energy. No late nights, no memory. You don't get the best of me. You used to move with steady hands, promises you'd always stand, eyes that never looked away. When things got hard, you chose to stay. You would fire, but you were calm. Never played it with your charm. Every word would land so clear. I felt protected, standing near. But somewhere in the in-between, the silence grew, the tone turned mean. You stopped fighting for the light, started choosing easy nights. You were not that man anymore, not the one I knew before. Different voice, different plan. I don't even understand. You were not that man anymore. Heart closed behind the door. I kept loving who you've been, but he's not walking in. Now your words feel calculated. Every touch is separated. Half present when we speak. Strong outside, but inside weak. You defend what you became, like I'm the one who changed the frame. But I remember who you were, and this ain't him, I'm sure. I'm not asking for perfection, just the same direction. But you drifted far from truth and left behind your proof. You were not that man anymore, not the one worth fighting for. Same face, different soul, losing pieces of control. You were not that man anymore, standing where you stood before. I can't keep holding on to someone that is gone. I try to meet you halfway, but halfway kept moving. I try to save the old you, but you chose losing. No villain in this story, just distance in disguise. But love can't survive on memories and lies. You were not that man anymore, so I won't beg at your door. I loved you at your best, but I won't love different pace, same body, different face. If you ever find that heart again, don't look for me, I won't remain. We still leave the porch light on, like somebody's coming home, but nobody's running through that door like we used to before. Dishes drying in the sink, conversations on the brain. We don't say what's on our minds, we just let it slide. Somewhere between the bills and the pride, we start choosing each other at night. It's not home, it's just a house, four walls, we walk around. We share a bed but not a dream, lost somewhere in between. It's not a land, it's just a phase, two hearts stuck in one place. We don't break, we don't repair, we just feel like something is there. You sit across from me at dinner, scrolling like I'm not here, laughing at somebody else while I disappear. I remember who you were, hand steady, voice short. Now you look right through my face like I'm easy to replace. We don't scream, we don't shout, we just slowly check out. It's not home, it's just a house built on we'll figure it out, but we never did somehow. And I see it clearer now. It's not us, it's just routine, safe but cold and in between. We got good at trading roles while we quietly let go. You are not my man anymore, not the one I fell for. And maybe I'm not her too, but I still tried for you. Love didn't crash or explode, it just quietly eroded. And that's the part that hurts the most. There's no villain, just ghosts. It's not home, it's just a house, and I won't live like this now. If love is barely breathing, I will keep it on life support somehow. It's not home, it's just a house, and I'm working out, not because I hate you, but because I can't feel said you were just busy, deadlines, calls, routine. But your phone was always lighting up for someone I've never seen. You'd flip it face down slowly, like that would change the truth. Acting like transparency was something you outgrew. I wasn't asking for forever, just something clear and straight. But you kept editing the story every time it got too late. You leave me on red while you're typing somewhere else. Say it's all in my head, but I can tell there's a gap in what you show and what you actually do. I'm standing in the open while you're hiding in plain view. We still share the same couch, but it feels divided now. Conversations cut short with a distracted brow. You laugh at things I miss inside a private screen, and every small dismissal says more than what you mean. It's not about suspicion, it's the shift in how you move. When loyalty gets quiet, there's nothing left to prove. You leave me on red while you're typing somewhere else. Tell me not to overthink while you protect yourself. I don't need a scandal, I don't need a scene, just honesty that doesn't disappear between. No broken glass, no shouting match, just subtle cracks I couldn't patch. No dramatic fall, just drifting apart. Death by details inside the dark. You leave me on red and expect me to stay. Like on notice, the slow decay. I won't compete with a hidden thread. If I'm alone beside you, I'd rather be alone instead. No more decoding, no guessing games. If you can't stand in daylight, don't stand in my name. Notification light blinking in the night, but I don't reach, I don't fight. Screen goes black, room goes still, silence louder than ever will. You show up when it suits you, disappear without a trace. Say you hate complications, but keep me in this space. Late night, what you doing? Early morning gone. We act like it's nothing, but it's clearly something wrong. No label on the table, no boundaries inside. We keep it unofficial, so no one has to fight. What are we calling this? Don't say just a vibe. If I'm only convenient, say it straight, don't hide. You hold me close in public and distant in the day. If this just temporary, why do you make me stay? You say you like your freedom, like I'm trying to cave, but I'm just asking questions. You refuse to engage. this clarity before I can. What are we calling this? Because I'm done pretending. If it's not headed somewhere, then it's slowly ending. I won't be a placeholder while you test the scene. Either step into it or step out clean. No more blurred lines, no in between. If you can't define it, don't define me. Phone lights up, I let it ring. Silence says everything. No dramatic close, no angry goodbye. Just a choice made clear this time. What are we calling it? Even in shadow, we shine. City streets are quiet, neon glows in the rain. I felt so lost until you eased the pain. Every glance, every touch felt like coming home. No more wonder alone, no more searching unknown. The world can crumble, the night can fall, but in your arms I have it all. Our light through the dark, through the night. Our light, hold on, hearts ignite. No shadow strong enough to hide the warmth we share inside. Our light, together shining bright. Our light through the dark, through the night. Our light, we'll hold on, hearts ignite. No shadow strong enough to hide the warmth we share inside. Our light, together shining bright. Baseline hums, bodies sway. Time stops when you look my way. Every fear, every doubt melts away when you're around. We don't need the world outside. We've got this glow, our guide. Every heartbeat, every spark lights the way through the dark. Hold on tight, feel the flare. No darkness could ever tame. Firelight, our light through the dark, through the night. Our light, we'll hold on, hearts ignite. No shadow fades away. With you, I'll always stay. Our light tonight, we shine forever. I went everywhere just to end up where I started. I packed my bags with pride, left without a fight. Said I needed space, said I needed light. New faces, new distractions, late nights I can't explain. I kept calling it freedom, but it felt like running away. Every time I almost fell in love, it felt familiar somehow, like I was chasing a memory I couldn't figure out. I went in circles, round and round, through every high, it let me down. I tried to build something brand new, but every road led back to you. I searched for something different, something I never knew. Didn't realize I was just missing you. Maybe I mistook on love for something that would fade. Now I see the pattern, now I see the truth. All my detours were proof. I went in circles, miles and miles, through borrowed hearts and borrowed smiles. I tried to run what I already knew, but the only love that felt like home was you. your confidence and call it change, but I found myself outside your range. I closed that door, might out of spite, just knowing more. You love the version that chased your name, but I outgrew that waiting game. I won't go backwards, soothe your doubt. You had your window, you time now. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late now. You showed up out of nowhere. 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 You showed up. You showed up out of nowhere. You showed up. You showed up out. You showed up. You showed up out. You showed up. You showed up out of nowhere. 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 Showed up out of nowhere. You 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 showed up out of nowhere. Even when the night is endless, we'll find a light. I've been walking alone through streets without a name. Every shadow whispers echoes of the pain. Try to chase the sunrise, try to run from you, but every step I took led we'll find our light together. You had the key, you lost the code. Thought I'd freeze, but I got cold. You play the calm, but I see through you. You miss the way I used to choose you. Late night calling, I let it ring. You had your moment, that was your thing. No comeback, no rewind. You crossed that line one last time. No rerun, no replay. You don't get me back this way. You thought I'd fold, you thought I'd change. Now you just watch from second place. Yeah. No comeback, no access, no late night. You up text, no soft spot, no relapse. I don't do throwbacks, no comeback, no rewind. I left you behind. Door closed, lights low. I moved on, you didn't know. Don't say a word, just stay. Shadows moving on the wall. Your silhouette says it all. No need for promises tonight. Just your skin under neon light. City fading far away. Let the outside drift to gray. Every second feels brand new. In the dark, just me and you. The world doesn't appear. We won't chase it. If the morning comes too soon, we won't face it closer. Don't let go. In the dark with you, nothing else is true. Heartbeat slow, let it flow. In the dark with you, nothing else will do. No past, no fear, just you here. We don't need the light to see. You're exactly where you should be. In the dark with you, nothing else is true. Let the night run wild. Stay for a while. In the dark with you, nothing else will do. World can fall apart. You're in my heart. Stay, feel the depth. Oh, stay in the dark with you. Fresh cut stems in cloudy glass. You said it's nothing, just the past. Kitchen quiet, clock too loud. We don't argue, we don't shout. Your hands steady when you pour, like you haven't done this before. There's metal under petals, there's silence under settle. There's something you won't say. There's a blade in the bouquet. You kiss my cheek, miss my eyes. Practice love like practice life. Water rising slow and thin. Flowers bright, bright and new. For the stain, for the truth. There's metal under petals. There's distance in the middle. There's a crack in every phrase. There's a blade in the face. Still us, still us. Stooping without a fuss. Careful now. You like the way I'm moving different. Less emotion, more precision. Used to fall when you'd insist. Now I don't even clench my fist. You test the line, I redraw it. You want the vibe, but you lost it. Look, but don't touch. There's too much. You had enough. Look, but don't stay. You don't play in my space. Look, but don't touch. Look, but don't touch. chase, just distance and taste. Look but don't touch, no rerun, no rush, no soft turn, no flame to burn. Look but don't touch, there's too much, you're back to. Look but don't touch. You had access, now you observe. Different level, different nerve. I almost stay lost, but now I'm awake. I walk through endless nights, looking for something new. Faces flash, hearts collided, but none of them were you. Every city, every street, every whispered name couldn't fill the space where you stay the same. One touch, one reach could have changed my fate. One hand in mine before it was too late. The hands you didn't hold are the ones I remember. The love you let go now fuels my ember. I dance through the fire, I dance through the rain. All roads I wander led back to your name. I called it freedom, I called it choice, but every fleeting smile couldn't drown your voice. I tried to replace what I didn't know I missed. Every shallow kiss fell through my fist. I'm awake now, I've grown. No more shadows, no more alone. The hands you didn't hold, the love you let slide, gave me power I can't hide. I leveled up, I see it all. The ones who left made me talk. I almost stayed lost, but I'm alive, and I'm glowing without you. We started from the same street, same bus, same cheap seats, laughing at our own plans, drawing futures in our hands. Now you barely without announcing. We're in different lanes now, running different pace. Used to share the same map, now we don't share space. You don't slow down, you don't look around. Guess success sounds louder when no one else is found. I see you at the parties, surrounded by new names, talking like you built it all, like we weren't in the same game. Inside jokes turn quiet, memories out of style. You say I've been distant, but you left a while. It's subtle how it shifted, no explosion, no event, just ambition, pulling harder than the time we spent. We're in different lanes now, chasing separate highs. You call it evolution, I call it disguise. You don't slow down, you don't check the ground. Somewhere in the climb, you stop turning around. No fight to replay, no villain to blame. Just two directions, not the same. No loud goodbye, no slamming doors, just less of us and something more. We're in different lanes now, and maybe that's okay. But don't rewrite the history like I was in your way. I was there in the early days when nobody believed. Before the lights, before the stage, before you had to leave. We're in different lanes now, it's clear to see. But don't act like you didn't start with me. Traffic lights at 2 a.m., empty intersection. Two cars pass, same direction. Green turns on, we both move fast. Parallel line that never lasts. I almost stayed. If you hadn't reached, had grabbed my hand, I wouldn't be wandering still. If you had held me close, I wouldn't feel this chill. I've been lost in my own mind, searching for something I could never find. I tried to move on, danced with the pain, tried to replace what I can't explain. Every fleeting love, but every borrowed embrace couldn't fill the whole of your missing trace. You were the anchor I didn't hold. Now I'm drifting through nights cold. If you had grabbed my hand, I wouldn't be broken tonight. If you would stay with me, the past would have been light. Now I run through shadows and streets, but nothing compares to your heartbeat. I missed your grasp. I feel it still. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. You like me better when I stayed unsure, when I needed answers from your door. You felt taller when I leaned your way. Didn't see I was learning every day. Now you test the water, see if I still care. But I don't move when you stare. Not yours, not mine, not stuck in rewind. No claim, no tie, no late reply. Not yours, not You miss the comfort of easy control, but I grew edges, found my role. You want the accent without the weight, but growth doesn't operate that way. You reach out, I let it fade. No big fight, just upgrade. Finally, baby. you're halfway leaving. Say it to my face, don't play the game. If you're walking away, just say my name. Say it to my face, don't let it fade. If you're done with us, don't be afraid. Say it to my face, don't play the game. If you're walking away, just say my name. Say it to my face, don't let it fade. If you're done with us, don't be afraid. No more maybe, no more lies, no more baby in disguise. Truth hits better when it's loud. Silence never makes you proud. Say it to my face, don't play the game. If you're walking away, just say my name. Say it to my face, don't let it fade. If you're done with us, don't be afraid. Say we started at the same table, cheap drinks, loud dreams, talking about the future like we own the whole scene. Late nights on the sidewalk, laughing at our fears. Swore we'd keep it solid through the coming years. Now the vibe feels different, conversations thin. You measure every sentence like it's points to win. We don't sit the same way anymore. Something shifted in the flow. Used to build, now we compete. Smiling while we got our seat. If success is what you need, why's it stepping over me? We were running side by side. Now it's you versus me. Silent, making plays alone. Found out through a stranger things you never told. Every win you celebrate feels like proof of space. Like there's only room for one at the top place. I'm not meant you're rising, I'm just reading signs. It's the way you look at me, like I'm falling behind. Same way anymore, energy we can't ignore. Used to share the blueprint plans, now you hide them in your hands. If loyalty was real, why's it feeling this unsure? We were solid from the jump, now I'm not so sure. No one had to lose for one of us to grow, but you turned it to a race I didn't even know. Pride between the door. I won't fight for someone who's already keeping score. If your version of a win means I fade behind the scene, then keep the higher chair, I'll build my own thing clean. No hard feelings, just clear sight. Some people change in the bright lights. We were close, that was real, but not every bond. The sky's so cold, but your hand in mine makes the dark less bold. Every step uncertain, every street unknown. With you beside me, I'm never alone. The world can crumble, the stars can fade, but together in love, we're not afraid. Share the light through every storm, through every night. Share the light. Keep each other, hold on tight. No shadow deep enough to dim the warmth we bring, the life within. Share the light, dance together, glowing bright. But your eyes remind me of the fire in my heart. Every doubt, every fear can't touch what we found. Even in darkness, we're safe and sound. Hold on, keep the flame alive. Heartbeat sinking, we survive. Share the light through every storm, through every night. Share the light, keep each other, hold on tight. No shadow strong enough to fight the glow we carry in the night. Share the light, dance together, glowing bright. Even if the world falls, even if the night stays, we have each other, we have the light.